So yeah, that was funny. I don't know what they're talking about. I wish I could go somewhere with this one, but I can't. It's like taking The Color Purple, Lizzo, and Lonnie Love, then creating a documentary from the pieces of the puzzle. If you see Kendra D's Crimson Cure video on Gen X black women, and the docs connect perfectly, so no, I won't be subscribing to any of her channels, as I've seen this story at Nassim with female relatives, ex-wife, girlfriends. Ta-da! Problem, lol. Let's do the Cliff Notes version. I was married to a man, was devoted to him. He did satisfy me sexually, and I never told him that how I fixed it. Had an affair with the guy who rocked my world. I married a side dude who I would later divorce because he didn't like the attention I was getting. Now I'm liberated from tyranny, and I like to get my freak on the end. LOL, blah, 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 blah. And the curtain drops, shaking my head, LOL. To each his own, but don't be surprised as a certain demographic of women would no longer even considered for long-term relationships and perpetually placed in the concubine friends with benefit zone. And trust and believe that's where I am. That's where I'm gonna stay. I don't give a fuck about all this. She ain't no wife material. I've been there, done that. Don't want that no more. Or don't look at me like you trying to see if you want me as your wife. Don't none of that. Cause I don't want to be your. I don't want to be. No, I am friends with benefits. And that reminds me of Lorenzo. Lorenzo, the one that I got that video on my YouTube that's called For Mature Adults Only. Got 427,000 pure views. That's because people want to see me in action. And if you look at that video, this guy is so sexy. He really is. He's the one I'm going to make a sexual video with. But when I was standing over him while he was in the tub, I was standing over him. And if you notice, I think he had a cup or something of beer, and he was like, he looks at me with piercing eyes. He's looking at my shit. He's looking at my pussy. He's looking at me. And yeah, I love that shit. Anyway, and then when we're in public, he he just be kissing me. I love it though. I don't give a shit care who watching. He just kiss me. He's kissing and kissing and kissing on me. And so I told him. I said the video got, well. Like when I told him it's 300,000, it's up to 427,000. Imagine if we sold that for $1. He said, let's make that money. Now he's my friend. He don't give a shit what I'm doing. I don't give a shit what he doing. We're friends for 15 years. And that's what my daughter said. If you gonna make us, I told her about the sex video. It could only be with him. That's what my daughter said. Or somebody famous. I said, okay, period. And if it's not with him or somebody famous, then it's not getting done. That's what my daughter said. So, somebody said, by the way, she said she was married at 19, and she was married for 25 years and then married for 9 years. That's not 44 years, old people. But I did. I got married as a teenager. And just my whole life, fresh out of high school, my whole life was as a married woman. 2 weeks into my marriage, I had a six-year-old daughter, and that was his daughter. And so that whole 34 years, when I went 25 with him, and then 9 with Terrence, that's 34 years married. I'm done with that shit. So done with that shit. And you could believe this, you ain't gotta believe it. I may have 99 problems, baby, but a man ain't one. Do you understand me? Act like a woman, think like a man. Yeah, body to body. And we can, yeah, let's cuddle. Let's cuddle. One of my weaknesses is a man that smells good. And I had to go and pick up some shit one night from somebody. He smells so good. And I posted it. I was like, let's go cuddle. Shit. Let's go look at a movie. You know. Who marries the chick that you took from cheated with you? I don't know what the hell that is. This was great. So many examples of female nature. O'Shea played this one good. You could either love women or understand them, but you can't do both. I like that. Uh, I'm glad to hear the sister came out of the lie and brainwashing of Christianity. As far as everything else, like she said, that's between her and God. I like that. Let me put a. I like that. Uh, because I've gone private with regard to my spirituality. I ain't stuck like y'all. Y'all living to show somebody else some shit. Y'all want to show them that you love God. I love God, like Erica Campbell. You love God. I love God. Y'all love God. I love God. Let me tell you shit about nothing. It's none of your damn business. But I like that. She has a very likely character, and I appreciate her honesty. From what I witnessed in the church, a lot of women put their all and don't get appreciated. And at the end of the day, if you don't give a woman sufficient attention, they'll wander off. That isn't a trait specific to her. It's all women. Honey, honey, standing ovation. Got a comment on this one. Simply put, I like that. So, okay, hold it. Somebody put, she just start the whole phase. Watch this. Period. With a T. When you agree with motherfuckers instead of trying to always, I ain't no hoe. Yeah, period. That what you think? Period. Because I am having sex. I got it. Mostly freaks go to church and dress all sort of ways, and at the end of the day, they are humans. Come on, man. Okay, somebody said, I'm not judging. I'm gonna have to answer this. I'm not judging, but I find it suspect that she didn't go into detail about her second husband's exact problem, just that he couldn't handle the attention she was getting. He's a bum for talking to a married woman, so I ain't defending him. Did she try and reassure him that she only wanted to be with him? She just said she cried and didn't imply that she tried to keep him. Girl, what? You know what? I still got ran into him. I didn't know I still had that shit. Uh, Somewhere lodged in my emails. If I could show you that, a gazillion letters to him. Please, please. I love you. Please. I love you. Please. Love you. I love you. And I remember one time I was texting saying the same stuff. And my daughter found, I mean, phone. I found it, ran into it or something. But she picked it up, started reading the text message. She didn't like it because she said her mama is begging a man. So I think she told my mom we knew about it, and but there's no rebuttal to that. I was begging him. So yeah, this is wrong also. But let me see. It said that she never. Let me say the details. Uh, so she said I didn't go into detail, so I just went into detail. And I'm not gonna keep on. No, I'm not either. Get going. Yeah. The detail is he would leave me over and over and be gone for days and days. Once he was gone for 30 days, I would often cry and cry and cry, being left alone. I truly loved him. He saw I was talking to a guy on the inbox. I guess that's in the inbox. In the inbox, and I did say to this guy I want to talk to you again. Well, when you telling the truth, all I could do is have a blank stare because I was telling the truth. And yeah, I said it. What the fuck? Is you gone? What the fuck? Yeah, I want to talk to you again. Talk. Like this type of talk, right? And does we talk on the phone? Yeah, we did. We talked on the phone also. And I want to tell you guys something. You want to know how easy it is for your wife to look another direction? Let somebody just simply make her smile. And he did. And so, yeah, we talk on the phone, we chatted or whatever. So that's what that was about. Men can't take what they dish out. I had somebody said an analogy about when men be with multiple women, they straight. But when a woman be with multiple men, she a hoe. And then somebody brought in the analogy that you could have a lot of keys that goes into a lot of locks, but only a master key. Anyway, just basically saying that a man can go, you know, I gotta find it because he's the master key. So something to that. It was some bullshit. Anyway, I forgot. If they ever make a movie about this woman's story, it should be a comedy on Netflix. I agree with you. It'll be a lot of comedy because I laugh a lot, you know. When I was filming for the Preacher's Exes, I always had them rolling. They was rolling it, laughing at me a lot. And, but it would be some serious parts too, because it's just something about when I start to cry, people they just cry, you know. And she just looks so sweet when she cries, and I look so ugly when I cry. Let's see, watch this. I've said this before. She and her marriage were under a spiritual attack, and she lost. Whoever cast a spell on her did one hell of a job. This is like dumb bullshit. So that's just like some really dumb bullshit. Okay, that's what that is. O'Shea, this is considered pimping. We all know that you are promoting this woman's content. She was the only one who asked you about how to get her OnlyFans started, simp. And then I responded, inaccurate, because I don't even know this guy, right? He contacted me, said he'd been trying to, whatever, we were trying to get together to do something. And he just hit me on Facebook. I knew he had a Facebook page. I didn't know he was all this on YouTube until he contacted me. And that's what that's about. I haven't talked to him since, you know, so I just put on there inaccurate. And then this guy said, a nigga can respect that, talking about me, because I feel she told the truth. The next person said, I gotta give it to this lady. She is raw and honest with it. And now here comes some more bullshit. She got turned out, now she's bitter. Remember the song by the Whispers, Lost and Turned out bitter. Bitter for what? I left them. Bitter for what? But, sweetheart, you have to get to the place where you, as women, as a woman, where you realize that you don't have what it takes to keep him for 60 years. You don't have what it takes. I've come to that realization. I also come to the realization nobody's really yours. It's just your turn. Yeah. Mm-hmm. My first knee-jerk reaction was to condemn this woman. But then I began to listen to her, and I realized that she was not trying to change anyone, and she's not trying to be a role model. She's not trying to lie to anyone in order to deceive them. I heard a woman who was unhappy in her first marriage, so she rightfully got out of it. It does sound like she got turned out. However, she is not hurting anyone. Her children are grown, and she seems to be happy at this stage in her life. And that's what I think. I'm like, what the fuck? You see, I mean, I'm not crying. I said that earlier on the other video. I'm not crying no more. You think that more people would celebrate where I am. Anyway, this is a grown woman who has paid her dues to her family. She has a right to live the rest of her life the way she sees fit, so long as she's not hurting anyone else. I wish her the best. I may not approve of her lifestyle, but at the end of the day, none of what she is doing affects me or how I move, so more power to her. I'll reserve the slut shaming for those who deserve it. Homewreckers, pedophiles, females who got a scheme and fake it to get a man. From what I listen, she isn't doing any of that. Peace. Guess what? That's a grown person. That's a grown person. I'm gonna like her shit. And I'm gonna respond by putting spoken word. Cause I ain't hurt nobody. If I got here, I'm bold enough to, get up and, and do this and show my hips and you know, how's that hurt? How's that hurting you or your kid? And then somebody right behind us said, "Damn, hate to agree with you, but yeah, sounds about right. Thought the exact same thing. Then once I heard her story, kind of changed it up. You motherfuckers be judging me, and they be calling me names, all that old kitty juvenile bullshit. But when somebody says this type of stuff, those are adults. Those are the ones that I don't mind. Come on over, let's have some fun. I'm just talking about fun. I mean, certain things I won't do. I did send a video to. He paid for it, but shit. If it ever get out, I'll just say, well, he paid $100 for it, and he said he would never let it out, so he let it out, And then somebody else said, at least she's not faking it. Great interview, O'Shea. I understand her perspective. At the end, it's her life. She reclaimed it. She's living it for her. Good. Somebody said, that's a damn shame she was married 25 years and she never got hers. Never did. I never did. I never felt anything. I never had an orgasm. Never. I just laid there. I didn't. People so silly. Red hair is a tell sign. Check out Coach Greg on this topic. Attention is their everything. When people say that I do what I do to get attention, you got to be the short yellow bus individual. Because when a person do something to get attention, what are they getting back from that? I ain't talking about my OnlyFans, but are they getting $1 million? Or you giving me attention, and I guess y'all mean your eyeballs. I even had someone say, you put posts up there and you don't even get but one like and you leave it up there. If I ain't getting that should tell you something. If I ain't getting likes, I take it down. I said, take it down. I said, I'm not taking none of my shit down. I don't need no likes. You taking it because you need them. And if it's not producing likes, then you respond and you take it down. I don't do that. O'Shea with the milk dug top. Much love, bro. And then Andrew Curry. Who's this trick? That's someone, y'all. goes to show that no matter what, women will never be grateful. She's always leaving out the part where, I'll forget it. Men, it makes no point. Women are here for the men, and she is going against everything. And now she's old. Her just old. She's 58 old, and she's selling her body for money online. Yep. Nope. I'm not. Am I selling my body? You pay to look at me and have fun with me. I don't know. I don't know what category. I call it my adult play yard. You know, let's just have some fun. Turn on the music. Drink a little wine. Yeah. You know, let's just talk. You know. How you doing? You doing all right? And you know, I got motherfuckers showing me all kind of stuff. This guy showed me, I was like, I wouldn't know what to do with that. You know. You don't think you are? No? No. I don't even know what this person said. I'm just going to have to say, boy, bye. Somebody said, having been raised in the church, I could tell you a PK kid. You super freak because they tried to hide behind God and not sin. I've been with quite a few of the preachers' kids and women. No, I wasn't that kind of girl. As you know the story, I was uh, married at 19, so wasn't that kind of girl. This interview gives a great insight into female nature. I got a little ghetto mama down the street, Gucci mama round the way, Tasha on somebody. She said she's always fake. She pretended to be what he wants. Women are super agents that know how to pretend like a good woman. This is why I don't do these relationships. Bullshit, waste of time. I bet she thinks she can hurt him by doing this. Remember, AWOL is used for a reason. AWOL, I don't know what that means. And then I put her too. My ex-husband is dead, so be quiet. I felt like saying, fuck you. People they just, and I'm not that type of girl. A lot of women's reaction, I just don't. I don't react like a lot of women. Somebody said, I love her. No relationship, no forever, just now. Somebody said, great philosophy. That's a grown person. That's a grown person. She got digmatized by the young buck. No rebuttal. Great interview. O'Shea, this is classic. So not once did I hear her say he cheated in my Jesse Peterson voice. Amazing. I don't call it cheating. What I did, I don't call it cheating. That's what happened at that moment. What am I cheating? I'm not in no game. That's what happened in that moment. And somebody said, O'Shea, really, bro? You bring this old ass Tatiana on here to promote her page? Shaking my head. I thought you appreciated us, man. And I have not even talked to him since the year ago when we did that broadcast. But I ain't gonna lie, them subscriptions was just coming in like a bug last night. I'm sitting up here doing. I was like, just right before my eyes. So something that happened. So thank you. Said I could see what the problem is after watching the first 10 minutes. She grew up sheltered in the church. I did. I went to church 7 days a week. Didn't experience anything in her youth. I didn't. She married a simp way too young at 19 without going through a whole phase. She got turned out by a younger dude, and now she's a full-fledged freak. I just answered, period. That's how I stopped that. This is someone's grandmother. I don't know why people say silly stuff like that. One thing about me being a grandmother, let my grandkids walk in the door right now. Mama, all of them gonna run, jump, hug me, love on me. The fuck out of here. And said she's being honest. Her adult children gave their blessing. Her ex-husband and her were friends before he died. That part. And somebody put incredible. I would read that. I don't feel like it's too long, but it was funny. She ain't lying about uh, when she said women are being vultures when a man shows up. I used to go with my father when he used to preach at other churches, and this was in my early 20s. And these women be greeting me all at the same time after church. It's getting overwhelming like I'm a celebrity. That's the church's fault, though. They have a effeminate environment that caters to women. So a lot of men don't want to be in that environment. This leaves these churches to be 80 to 90% women, and the church that my father went to preach at, only two men, the pastor and the keyboardist. The others were women. I'm tired now, so anyway. Somebody said, "Do it, honey. If that's what makes you happy." Wow, the real life queen is damned. I said, huh? That people just, they just, oh. Her videos are good for therapists that are in training to help people. Okay, so her first marriage was 25 years. Her second marriage was 9 years. Then she was somewhat single for 5 years after that. She definitely not under 50 if she got married at 19. In my Soto lingo, she lying, man. Nah, I'm 58. I said, nah, boo. I'm 58. I'll be 59 in December. Huh? People actually paying $100 to view pictures and videos of this character? Isn't she like 44 plus? I'm 58, nigga. 58, nigga. You do look good for your age, honey, in all capital letter. Anyway. I say good for her. She finally gets to be herself. She let religion rule her life, and now she's rebelling at her older age. Makes sense. Makes sense that this is happening. Anyway, here's that. It's me. I'm her, the one and only pastor's ex-wife.